All right, fellas, welcome back. Hope everybody has had a good week. Tonight I got some shop cards in the mail this week. Finally, first one up I got was from Dan the Man over at the 60s Rule channel. Everybody knows who Dan the Man is. He had to start him another channel because something happened to his original one, which had all kinds of content, some really good content. Dan is in my mind, that Dan's one of the premier top shelf builders, model car builders on YouTube. He does dioramas, and man, Dan the Man. I don't have to tell y'all what he does. If you're watching me, you know who Dan the Man is. I got one of his cards in. Dan, I really appreciate you swapping cards with me, and the little magnet here with the little Ford van on it. I love that. I remember my daddy Mama, they had one like that right there back in the day. It was like a baby blue one, and they put carpet in it and all the stuff that they did back in the days of the vans. They ended up buying them a brand new van, a Chevrolet Vantastic. But anyway, cool little magnet, man. That's going to go in there in the kitchen on the refrigerator. Dan, I appreciate the magnet. That is so cool, and I appreciate the card swap. All right, fellers. Oh yeah, the back of the card. Look how cool that is. Y'all seen that card. This Marlin right here is 66 Marlin. I got something that I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes here that is pretty cool. It's got that car, that kit, that car right there on the box. I'll show you that here in a minute. Because that's something for somebody to see that I've got some parts for them. But anyway, the next card, I just got this card in today. JD's House of Hobbies. Another cool feller. I just recently had his channel come through my feed there, and I think I was already subscribed to him, but I guess where I hadn't watched any of his videos, and now I've done watched a bunch of his videos, especially his older ones. Man, he's got some really cool stuff going on there. JD's House of Hobbies, some cool looking mercs right there. If y'all ain't seen him, man, go check him out. You're gonna like what you see. JD, man, I appreciate the card swap, and man, that's a cool card right there. Camaro 68 Camaro back there. Another Merc. Oh, one of them Johan Superbird kits. Cool card, man. Thank you for the card swap. I really appreciate that. All right, fellas. Next up is I happened to cross this channel. Same thing, man. It showed up in my feed, and I clicked on it, and Southwestern Michigan Modeler. Right there's how you can find his channel, man. He's a new channel. He's done showed some cool stuff, and I think this last video he was showing some older stuff, and he jumped in on a group build, and he's telling what he's going to do there. Y'all definitely need to go check this feller out, Southwestern Michigan Modeler. At these is all capital letters. SWMM, was that underscore 1437. Go check him out, fellas. All right. Next up is if anybody wants to swap a card or wants one of my shop cards, shoot me an email right there. Shoot me an email, and I'd be more than happy to send you one out. Got one going out tomorrow to Chuck at Styrene Bender's Garage. All right, fellas. We're going to move along here. This ain't going to take long tonight. I really promise you. Earlier, I was watching Throttle Power. Tim over at Throttle Power. He was showing the swap meet, and then he had a video of what he picked up at the swap meet down there in Louisville this past weekend. and some stuff that he stopped at a Hobby Lobby. But anyway, what I'm getting at is he picked up the 62 Dodge Dart Johan kit. It was in a bag, and he said it looked like everything was there except for the grill. And like I said, it was in a bag. He said it didn't come with a box. So Tim, I'm gonna link all these down in the description. And Tim, when you see this, man, shoot me an email with that PO box. I sent you a thing once to a PO box to get some of those stickers that you've got, and I got them. uh, shoot me an email with that P.O. box in it, and I'll get this rascal right here sent out to you. I'm not going to show you what's inside. I sent you an email to the email address on your channel with some pictures of what's in here. You let me know if you want it. It's got a grill in it. It's got a lot of parts, man, that you could, I'm sure you could use. If nothing else, get the grill and do what you want to with the rest. But keep the box, man. That's the only. This come in at a while back. I mentioned I'd bought a big box of model cars for like $20. I got a 32 Ford Vicky out of it. I got I think it's a 62 Thunderbird brand sealed kit out of it. I sent Kyle at RKD Scale Works some, what was maybe a jack. I don't remember. I sent Kyle some stuff out of that box. I give my brother-in-law everything in the box that was left. Let's see, it had a big monster truck. I give that to Chase. And I kept this just mainly due to the box. The car inside, she is rough. I'm going to tell you. She's rough. I don't know who did it, but they was working on her. They was seriously working on her. Tim, hit me up in an email with that P.O. box. I'll get this sent to you. Won't cost you a dime, man. Not a thing. Be happy to do it for what you do. All right, fellas, let me wet my throat and we'll get to this and we'll be done. All right, what we've been doing this week is, oh my goodness, scraping parts, sanding parts, and getting parts ready for some paint. Some of this stuff is done and ready for primer and paint, and some of it I'm still working on. Some of it we done got painted. Our front suspension, upper A arms, the rear end, and leaf springs. Got that painted already. We got our chassis, floor pan, whatever you want to call it. We got it painted. That's supposed to be a flat black, but fellas, I'm gonna tell you that looks like a semi gloss to me. But anyway, it don't matter. We got him painted up, so he's all done on that part. Man, let's see here. We a couple nights ago, I think it was maybe Wednesday night, I got some primer. I worked on this body and until I needed to put some primer on it so I could see what I wasn't seeing. And once I got some primer on him, I took off the Camaro. Let me get my little pointer here that Red sent me. I sanded off the Camaro emblems on both fenders up here on the front and on the rear trunk lid. I sanded that off. I didn't want the Camaro emblems on there. And I think I got a little run in my primer right there that I got to work on. I took a lead pencil. I don't know if it's wrong or right, but I did it. That way I can remember where this stuff is at. And I don't know what this was. I washed this thing in Dawn and dried it and all that. And I don't know. It looked like something bled through right there. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I got to go back and address that. Around the wheel wells, I don't know if it was supposed to be like a chrome trim. I see a place right there that I didn't mark with a lead pencil. But anyway, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a chrome trim around the wheel wells. I didn't like it. I didn't want it on there. And to me, it looked like a flash, a seam line, mold line, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I got that off for the most part. Like I said, I got to go back over this. I needed primer on it to see what I was missing, which obviously I was missing a lot. I need to work right here is where that emblem was at. I need to work on that a little bit more and need to sand the roof again. Right there's a little place. Right here, I can still, if you get it right in the light, you can see like a piece of that seam or wheel well trim. My Camaro emblem here. Go over him again, and I'm mistaken somewhere right up in here. I don't think I marked it, but anyway, I found a place up there, and so that's where we're at on that. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I like model cars. I don't care nothing for this kit right here at all. I don't know if you can see it. Right there at the top of the grill, and this part that goes across, man, it's got like a gap in it. I'm gonna take a piece of flat styrene or a strip or whatever, and see if I can put a piece in there to make it go on up to the top of the bottom side of that. Because that, man, I think that, I hope you can see that. To me, it just looks bad, which, it is what it is. So anyway, fellas, that's where we're at on this little deal. Uh, we'll work on the body and put some more primer on him, and hopefully he'll be ready for some paint. I got my paint over here, the color that I'm gonna go with. Let's see here. Yeah. Let me see if I can get the top off of it, and I'll show you what color she's gonna be. Or at least I think. Right there. I think that's called Real Orange. Rust-Oleum 2X. Yeah, it's called Real Orange. That's what I'm gonna that's what I'm gonna shoot this little jewel with. Golly, I hope it turns out with a black interior. I'm big on black interiors. I always liked black interiors in cars back in the day. I didn't like green or red or white interiors or brown. I liked black interiors in hot rods back in the day, muscle cars, whatever. But anyway, she's gonna be that color orange with a black interior. Gonna be Halloweeny looking. I didn't mean for that to happen. One more thing before I get off here. Man, the tires is the same size for all four corners, which is cool. I'm not going to use the exhaust system that came. I'm gonna use this one, open headers. So I wanted my back tires. I still wanted treaded tires. I don't want slicks for it, but I want a little bit taller tire in the back than the front. That way, it. I don't know. To me, it looks a little bit better. But if I can't find any, and I'm pretty sure that I can, maybe if I just take the time to look for them, uh, I can find me a couple little bit taller tires for the back of this jewel to also kind of fill up the wheel well back there. So anyway, fellers, let's see here. I think that's all I've got. Yeah, man. Oh, wait a minute. Just in case, last week when I showed the final on my Weekend Warrior group build hosted by Dean over at Bench Racing Garage, uh, the little Mustang you see sitting back there, 620 dial on it. Fellers, I don't think I mentioned this, but that's 620 in the eighth mile. I hope nobody was thinking that I was trying to make somebody believe a 620 in the quarter mile. That ain't happening. But yeah, that's a 620 dial in the eighth of a mile. Around here, I think out west, quarter mile is a whole lot of more tracks out that way. But around me and down south and everywhere, man, the money is in eighth mile bracket racing. That's where the money's at. But anyway, I wanted to put that in there, man. That 620 dial is an eighth mile dial. All right, fellas, that's all I got for this week, man. I appreciate y'all stopping by and checking us out. We don't never have very much, it seems like, but I try to come up with something for a Friday night video. So anyway, fellers, if you checked us out this far, I appreciate it, and even if you didn't make it this far, I still appreciate it. Hey, fellers, that's all we got. We're going to get out of here. Everybody have a good, safe weekend and a good week coming up. And, fellers, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe.